Coming for to carry you home.
This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay McLovin here on the afternoon show on Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. We got Tony, Chris, and myself. Maybe, you never know. Glenn might stop by. Frankie might stop by. You never know. But it's a hell of a good day for some and not so hell of a good day for others. If you're a Houston, Texas fan, that Colts loss last night probably put a warm, soft spot in your belly and stuff. And if you're a Colts fan like Gonzo, you're just trying to get by and see another sunset and maybe even a sunrise. Without further ado, Tony, the floor is all yours.
I got a couple questions for Chris, but let's go over to the game first. The Monday Night Football recap. San Francisco all over Indy, 48-27. San Francisco's offense couldn't do no wrong, and Indy's defense couldn't do anything to stop them. San Francisco 440 total yards of offense, 295 passing, 145 rushing. They did have one turnover, but they had the ball for 33 minutes. Indy, not a bad night. Rivers looked really good. I mean, scored 27 points. Rivers looks like he can still play in the league. I mean, whether it can last the whole season or not, that might be a different question. Indy had 27 points, scores, 312 total yards, 254 pass, 58 rushing, 2 turnovers, 1 was late, and they had the ball 27 minutes. The Colts just couldn't stop their offense. I mean, their offensive scheme was fantastic, and we couldn't do anything to slow them down. And in my opinion, if San Francisco's offense looks like that in the playoffs, they're going to be hard to handle. Their defense is not super great, though. It's decent, but it's not a level of maybe the Rams or Seattle. So they're going to have to put up points. Chris, your thoughts on the game, and then I've got a couple questions for you, what the Colts are going to do for maybe the next couple of games.
No, you basically summed it up. Colts offense played good. I saw some people online saying or was blaming the loss on Phillip Rivers. If you thought Phillip Rivers lost us that game last night, you don't need to be a Colts fan if that's because you don't know football. We had no running game last night, and our offense was still moving right down the field and scoring points. The turnover at the beginning of the game by our special teams hurt us because that basically turned the game into a shootout right at the start, and it gave them the advantage. And then you're playing catch up. They got that second touchdown because we gave them the ball right there because of the Abdullah fumble. That hurt us. But then after that, it was our defense. We couldn't get off the field. Rarely got them the third down, and when we did give them the third down, we couldn't get. We just couldn't get off the field at all. Rivers threw that late interception, but I mean that was late in the game trying to make something happen. I like the Colts game plan. I mean, hell, they came out first play of the game, took a deep shot. Nobody expected them that. It should have been pass interference on that, but we didn't get the call. But still, it opened everything up because the 49ers, at least there was the threat that we were going to try to throw down the field. So that helped open up. But 49ers, you would have thought going into the game that the Colts have been able to run the ball. Their run defense is terrible. They've been terrible all year. Their run defense last night was killer. Jonathan Taylor couldn't get nothing going. And like I said, even without a running game, Phillip Rivers was able to get us in the right plays, and the offense was fine. We had enough offense to win the game. Both our starting cornerbacks being out seemed to hurt us last night. It didn't seem to hurt us against Seattle last week. We shut them down. We weren't able to. Our defense wasn't able to put another performance together like that. We did get DeForest Buckner back. I think that did help on the run a little bit. McCaffrey's going to get his yards and stuff. So, but we right now at corner we're hurting bad, and our secondary couldn't stop nothing. And Brock Purdy was on last night. Every throw was perfect. Like he was on last night. George Kittle was probably going to have a career night if he went and got banged up and got hurt a little bit. But yeah, to me it came down to our defense last night, and we couldn't make no stops.
Yeah, we couldn't. I'm gonna let Jay go, and then I've got a couple of questions for you about the Colts, Chris. Jay, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think you and Chris pretty much hit all the key stuff there. Phillip Rivers, he was fine, no issues, right? He had one interception, but it is what it is. But Jonathan Taylor, man, 40 yards is not going to get it done, right? I mean, I think if you have to get Jonathan Taylor's got to be at least close to 100, 150 yards for that team to have it. But again, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Even though Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yards, you were still able to put up points. But that defense, like you said, that defense just didn't get the job done. And ultimately, that's what killed you. Christian McCaffrey had 117 on the ground, 5.2, I think, per carry, and he had like 26 yards. I think receiving and 2 receiving touchdowns. I mean, he was beautiful in the red zone. Christian McCaffrey was. I saw him run that ball. He was running that ball pretty hard. I saw him crack a few guys running that ball. So he's still got some power. But yeah, they could run it. You couldn't, and that was just the story of that game. And again, if you're a Houston Texans fan or anybody else, I think that was relying on that loose loss to get their berth. That had to make you feel a little good.
First question, Chris, is the Colts officially out, or they still have a very small chance? Out. They still got a chance, but
if Houston loses to the Chargers this week and the Colts win out, we're in.
Yeah, because we played Houston.
We'll have the tiebreaker over Houston.
Okay.
So we're not officially out yet.
Okay.
What's your remaining 2 games?
Houston and Jacksonville.
So you got Jacksonville and Houston.
Yes.
That's gonna be
tough games.
That's gonna be tough.
But also Houston has to lose to the Chargers. So I mean, and I'm not sure. I'm not saying they won't or will. I mean, that's gonna be a good game.
Like you're not like where Dallas was. Like you don't have enough loss right now. You still got a pretty good thick shoestring right now, still there.
Well, so with them not officially, since they're not officially out yet, do you think they still start Rivers?
I think they start Rivers this game, and then they'll see what happens if we win, and see what happens in the Houston Chargers game, and then go from there for Week 18.
Yeah, I think if we're out of it,
I think they'll probably start Riley Leonard once we're out.
Yeah,
but since we're not officially out, like I said, it's a slim chance. But you still have a chance if you win these last 2 games. So I think they'll start Rivers against the who is it against the who we play this week? Jags.
So Jacksonville this week and Houston last week. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wait a minute here. See, Houston's got
because we in this season.
Jags and Indy. It's our last home game.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, we got Jackson, Indy, and then we go to Houston. I mean, we're capable of winning those games, but now I wouldn't say we're 50-50. We're probably below 50% with all the situations, the defense, of course. But I mean, I think we got a chance for both those games. But like I said, don't make a difference unless Chargers can beat Houston, and Houston's playing really good football, and Jacksonville's playing really good football.
Chargers are playing good football too. So, I mean, that should be a good game.
But unfortunately, we're going the wrong way. I mean, we're not playing good football. We got a lot of injuries, but hey, it is what it is. No excuses.
Yeah, but I think they'll start Rivers since we're not officially out. I think they'll start Rivers this week, and then I expect that if we lose, then Riley Leonard will probably start Week 18.
Okay, and before we move on, we're going to move on from that game. Before we get into the other games this week, I wanted to bring up Metcalf and what he did. Punched a fan, suspended for 2 games, going to lose over $500,000 for those 2 games. Jay, your thoughts on Mr. Metcalf?
Yeah, man. No matter what a fan is doing, the minute you throw a punch, it just is what it is. The minute you put hands on anybody, it just is what it is. I felt like the stadium should have had better security around there, preventing them fans from being that close to the rail and the players. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have been done to prevent players from having that close of interaction with fans. So I think the NFL, NBA is another one that needs to do it. And baseball usually does a pretty good job with their security. They really don't have too many issues, but NBA interaction with fans and NFL interaction with fans, the players got to be smarter. and they need to have better security, not on the field and also in the stands, to prevent that type of interaction. Because, but again, DK has to be smarter. He can't just let him, do what he wants to just because he wants to do it. You got to be smart. But so I think 2-game suspension. I mean, it is what it is. He's lucky it's not more. Be honest with you.
Yeah, if he would have really connected, it could have been worse. He really didn't get the guy too hard. Really, it didn't look like this. Chris, your thoughts?
For one, it's stupid on his part because the fans are at an NFL game. It's not like an NBA game where the fans are right on the court. Yeah. On an NFL game, the fans are fucking 20, 30 feet away from the field. Why are you even over at the wall? You should be over here with your team in the bench area. I'm assuming Jay's been to an NFL game. I know me and you have. Yeah. You see how much room is between the stands and the field? It ain't like the NBA or even Major League Baseball where you're right up on the field. It's not like that in the NFL. Yeah, even if you're in the end zones, that's when you're the closest, but they're still a good 15, 20 feet behind the end zone and the wall. Yeah. At least a good 15 feet. Yeah, that does make a lot of times on the sideline, there's like 30 feet.
Yeah, you're right.
That makes it close to the fans. Right. Only time you should be close to the fans is when you're going in and out, not while a game's going on. Like, so for one, that was stupid. I know he's appealing it. If he loses this appeal, he got fined $500,000, but that's not all he loses. He loses like $54 million in guarantees, or $45 million in guarantees in his contract that get voided.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yes, he could lose $45 million of money, guaranteed money in his contract that gets voided because of this.
Really?
So he could end up losing $45.5 million over this, and that's not including this guy that's going to take him to court to try to get money from him. Yeah, the fans going to take him to court to try to get money from him too.
Yep.
They're going to. So there was a thing in his contract where this will void out like $45 million of guaranteed money.
Is that why he's appealing it, so he doesn't lose the $45 million? Is that what it is?
That and he's trying to appeal the 2 games. I think he'll get it down to maybe 1 game, and then after that, he'll probably just have to hope that the Pittsburgh Steelers find it in their heart not to void the money. I guess they could decide not to, but it's in the contract that they could void $45 million that he was guaranteed.
Personally, I don't think they should cut it. I think it should stay 2 games. Because you made a perfect point. He's all the way over by this is not like a football play where 2 guys get into it, the guy baits you and you hit.
Right.
And I know that guy said something, and I understand that, but he didn't have to be over there.
I guess this fan, this ain't making an excuse for Metcalf, because like I said, it was stupid. But I guess this fan, he's had a problem with this same fan before, and this
has been the first issue.
And this fan has kind of followed him.
Stay away from him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not defending him, but I guess it don't sound like this fan's first time having a problem with the player.
Maybe the fan needs to be banned. Maybe that needs to happen too.
Well, I think they did ban him, didn't they? I thought they did ban him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. On that.
Guys, before we move on to the games real quick, I had one other little thing. Fantasy football. I was up 80 points on Chris.
I got screwed last night
in our league. In the league against my grandson Austin's league that he runs. I'm up like 81 points, whatever. Of course, I didn't look. I knew that he had McCaffrey, and I knew he had Purdy. I didn't realize that he had Warren and San Francisco's defense. So we're in the 4th quarter, and I'm thinking, man, he's going to catch me. So I look at the score, and then I realize he's got it's after San Francisco scored that defensive touchdown. I'm up by less than a point with 5 minutes left. I'm up by less than a point. Well, the Colts have got the ball, and they didn't move it, and Warren didn't catch a pass or anything. So now San Francisco gets the ball back with 3 minutes left, and they take out their starters. They take out Purdy and the running back. So Chris did score all he needed. But the other problem was,
I'm telling you, you see what I said? I hate when they do that.
You know what cost me? What really cost me? What really cost me winning that was when they got that interception, him running it back for a touchdown.
Yes.
If he had got tackled,
Well, you probably got 6 points for the defense too, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
I'd had a good with
You'd had a
Purdy being the
shot.
quarterback. I'd had a better
Yeah.
chance of them moving the ball. I'd have had a better
Right.
chance that way because then
But him-
they weren't going to run no more plays.
Him taking out the starters hurt him, but it didn't because with what they did with the other players, they never ran a play. He just kneeled. So if Purdy would have stayed there and kneeled, he would have lost yards. So he would have lost points because that happened to me one time. I was ahead and going to win a game.
Oh, dude, I hate
Win a
that.
game, and my quarterback kneeled down and cost me about a half point or a point, and it cost me a game.
I was just kidding though. I didn't get robbed.
Yeah,
Honestly, I didn't think I had a chance going into last night.
Well,
I was down 80 points. I'm like, I'm not coming back.
But
And
listen,
then I was looking at it. I said, "Fuck, I'm within a couple points. I actually have a chance."
but listen, Jay, I'm in the championship game. They're going against my nephew Stevie, and he's been averaging 170 points a game. Listen to who I've lost so far in my receivers. Metcalf, he's gone.
Yeah.
Rice is still out, and they've already said that Adams ain't gonna play. So my top 3 receivers are not gonna be there.
I told
Rice
you.
might
That's why I
be.
said it's why I hate it. They
Yeah,
do
Rice
that. It
might
screws
be.
everything up. Yeah.
Rice might be. They said he might be, but Adams is already pretty much ruled out, and of course Metcalf has got the suspension. Unless if he appeals it and they don't have the appeal done, then he could play maybe this week, but I doubt it. So I think he's out. So yeah, just real quick, I wanted to go on that, but that was crazy. I thought Chris was going to catch me.
Well, this week, hey, in our league this week, Chris plays Frankie, and
Yep.
Tony, you play Logan. Should be interesting. I told you. I said y'all 4 are going to be that was going to be it.
Yep,
Yeah,
going to be interesting.
man. Okay.
All right, guys, and I'm in the finals and against my nephew in the other one. All right, guys, let's talk some Christmas Day football. I think that's on Netflix. I believe it's all 3 games. I believe it's on Netflix. Yeah. So the first game is Dallas
Wait,
at
I think
Washington.
one game on Prime. I think 2 Netflix and
Okay.
Well, the Thursday game's on Prime, isn't it?
Maybe the night game. I think I know some Christmas games is on Netflix.
Yeah, there's 2 games on
Okay.
Christmas Day on
And
Netflix.
the night game's probably still on Prime. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. None of the games are, I don't know, really super exciting to me. We got Dallas at Washington, we got Detroit at Minnesota, and Denver at Kansas City. Let's look at the Dallas Washington game. Jay, it's at Washington. Who you picking?
Yeah, the only reason I'm going to go with Dallas, even though outside because it's my team, but the reason why I feel like Dallas is going to get that one is I still feel like Mariota. Because I know Jaden's done for the season. Didn't Mariota get hurt last game, or he got rocked pretty good? Is he?
Yeah.
Do we know if is he starting this game?
I'm not sure, to be completely honest with you.
Because I think I'm almost positive he got hurt. Something happened to him. Let me check one thing real quick. I'm just going to the depth chart. So yeah, so Mariota is they got him listed as questionable.
Okay.
And if that happens, then Josh Johnson would get to go. But it looks like Mariota has a hand and quadricep. Wasn't spotted on the field for practice Tuesday, so he didn't practice today. And Tayshaun Reed of the Washington report. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, obviously there's issues with Washington's quarterback, right? I will say Rodriguez did a really good job running the ball the other night when they played. So, but I think Dallas, even though our defense is suspect, I think we have enough there that we can beat this team tonight. So I'm gonna go with Dallas. I do think it's probably good. I'd say maybe Dallas by 10.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I'll go with Dallas, especially if Mariota's out. If Mariota plays and at Washington, I give Washington a pretty good shot to have a chance. But if he doesn't play and they play Johnson, I just don't think they're going to be able to put up enough points. So I'm going to go with Dallas too. What about you, Chris?
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Washington. Go ahead, Chris.
That ain't what I was going to say, but whatever. I would go with Washington if I knew Mariota was playing, because look, Washington has been playing hard. They've been playing pretty good when Mariota has been the quarterback. When Jay Daniels tried to come back, he wasn't completely healthy, and the offense didn't look the same. The offense has moved the ball a lot better with Mariota, but without Mariota, I don't think they can score enough points. Because I really think this would be a real close game if Mariota played, because we saw how hard the Commanders played against the Eagles last week. I mean, that was a good game. They were in that game most of that game. So, but with Mariota being banged up, I think the Cowboys win because it's probably going to be Johnson, and I just don't think they're going to be able to score enough points.
Next game up, guys, Detroit at Minnesota. Chris, what are you thinking about this one? That's at Minnesota.
It's a tough one. Minnesota's been playing better. Their quarterback's been playing better, and the Lions are so up and down. But I think the Lions usually don't look real bad 2 games in a row. And after the way they look, what happened in Pittsburgh, I think they're going to come out a lot more physical than what they did last week. So I'm gonna go with the Lions here in this game, but I do think it's going to be a good game. And I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota won. I just think the Lions are going to come out real physical and a lot more urgency than what they did last week against Pittsburgh after what happened.
And I don't understand why that was, because, I mean, that game was an important game for Detroit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Detroit will establish the run. They will make it the focus this week. And even though I think Minnesota's got a good shot, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Detroit also. Jay?
And so just so we're tracking, I think Detroit still has to win out, and they need to get a little bit of help in order to get into the playoffs, correct? So but they're not mathematically eliminated as of right now.
Not yet.
So here's the thing, man. You're right. Jahmyr Gibbs and company, they had no run game. So I look for that run game to bounce back. I don't think you're going to keep them to like just a handful of yards back-to-back games. So I look to see Detroit bounce back offensively. And they've always been up and down, and I think they were down last go around, so they should be ready for this uptick. And I think Minnesota is a good uptick game to get them back on the right path. So I look for Jared Goff had a solid game, even though he didn't get the win. Jared Goff still had a pretty solid game, and they showed that Detroit showed that they could have won that game, but those silly offensive pass interference calls really hurt them. And I'm looking to see them get that corrected and get back on track.
Yeah, and guys, the final game on Thursday is Denver at Kansas City. I'm not even sure who Kansas City's quarterback's going to be. I haven't heard. Because I know the other one got hurt and he's out. I'm definitely going to go with Denver, even though it's at Kansas City. I think Kansas City would have to run the football well to try to stay with Denver and slow the game down. But I'm not confident in the run game. So I'm going to go with Denver. Jay?
Yeah, I'm right there 100% with you. Even with the Minshew, I just feel like, this Chiefs team is they're done. I mean, they are flat out done. I think they're just checking the box right now to get to the offseason and try to figure this team out and get it ready for the next go around. So, no, I think this Chiefs team is checked out offensively and defensively. And I know Denver is coming off. They're coming off of a loss themselves, didn't they? Didn't they just come off of a loss as well? But yes. I forgot who they lose to? Jacksonville, right?
Yes.
Jacksonville and Jacksonville got them pretty good. So I'm looking for Denver to kind of bounce back from being kicked in the teeth. And I think this is going to be the game, just like the last one we talked about. This is going to be the game that's going to right their ship and get them back on track.
Okay, and Chris, what are your thoughts on this one?
Oh, the Chiefs are going to get killed. Like I said, don't know who the quarterback's going to be since they lost Minshew. With Minshew, I think they still would have been competitive. But without right now, you don't have a quarterback. Can't think of the guy's name they had playing after Minshew.
So Chris,
Oklahoma or something like that.
Yeah, it's got a weird name.
And he couldn't do nothing. So if they plan on starting him this week, they're going to be in big trouble. So yeah,
it's a short week too, man.
I like Denver a lot in this game.
South Dakota State.
Okay, guys, let's go to Saturday's games, man. Now we have 2 good games on Saturday. First one is Houston at the Chargers. This is going to be a good one. Jay, what's your thoughts on this Houston Charger game? It is at LA.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Herbert's going to have the home field advantage. So that's going to be nice for him. Omarion Hampton, he'll be able to do. He is playing, correct? I don't think he's.
I'm pretty sure he's for a couple weeks.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll with Houston on this. I still feel like Houston is getting primed for a good playoff run. I think this is another good tune-up game. before they play you guys, and then you guys will be the last tune-up game. I hate to call you guys a tune-up game, but it's kind of a tune-up game unless y'all say differently. And that's going to get them ready for the playoffs. So I'm kind of curious to see how Justin Herbert, it seems like he's got this hand thing under control. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but that Colts loss also put the Chargers into the playoffs as well, correct?
Yeah, they are in the playoffs.
Right. So that kind of secured it for them. So this could be a preview game, maybe?
It could be. I mean, they could meet themselves.
But I'm gonna go with Houston on this. I think that defense is gonna come to play. I think offensively they'll be ready to go. I think Woody Marks, I think is his last name. I like to see him run the ball against that Charger defense, and we'll see how they can run the ball against Houston. I think it's gonna be a battle of time possession and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's tough for me, man. This is pretty much a toss-up for me. I don't know who to pick. I like Houston a lot, I like their defense, but it's on the road. The Chargers are playing a lot better. They seem like they're coming together at the right time. I think they're playing their best football, and Houston's playing their best football. I'm going to go the Chargers for one reason. They're at home. That's going to be the only reason. I think it's going to be a field goal game. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I wouldn't be shocked if Houston won. If it was at Houston, I would pick Houston. But it should be a really good game. Chris?
Yeah, I like the Chargers in this game as well. One, they're at home, but for two, the Chargers are getting healthy. They're getting healthy at the right time. They had a lot of guys hurt. They lost their best offensive lineman but they were able to keep things together during them injuries. They had lost Hampton. They got Hampton back. Ladd McConkey's healthy. Johnson's healthy now. So they've gotten healthy at the right time. So that's another reason I like the Chargers. And I trust Justin Herbert a little bit more than I do C.J. Stroud right now. C.J. Stroud's been kind of up and down this year. We're seeing we saw the Texans struggle a little bit against the Raiders. So I think it's going to be a good game. I agree it could come down to a field goal, but I favor the Chargers in this game. And both teams have a lot to play for because Chargers can still win the AFC West. They're only, I think, one game behind Denver. And
if Houston won, they still have a shot for their division too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a lot on the line for
Jacksonville. They still got a shot. Yeah, most definitely. The other game, this is going to be interesting because I don't know who the damn quarterbacks are going to be for this game. We got Baltimore at Green Bay. I'm not really heard. I know Love got hurt, and we know Baltimore's quarterback got hurt. So I'm not sure who the starters are going to be. Chris, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this could be Malik Willis if he is healthy enough against Tyler Huntley. But I kind of feel like Lamar Jackson is probably going to try to play. I think it was just more of like a bruise. So I think they're hoping that maybe he can get back out there. Packers have to hope that at least Malik Willis can play because this season it takes about 2 weeks usually for somebody to come back from the concussion protocol, it seems like this year. So I don't expect Jordan Love to play this week. So, and if Willis don't play, if Willis don't play, they'll be in trouble. I know he banged his shoulder up a little bit. He finished the game, but I don't know if I haven't heard if he's going to play. I know yesterday Adam Schefter said he thought Willis was going to play and that the Packers wasn't going to make no moves for a quarterback. That Willis would play and the guy they had in the practice squad would move up. I forget the guy's name, but he would move up and be the backup. But so it's tough, but this game being in Green Bay, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna go with the Packers because I trust that Packers defense more than I do the Baltimore Ravens defense, even without Micah Parsons. So I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers being at home and trusting their defense.
I think Baltimore's got a shot if they can run the football, but Green Bay does have a pretty good defense. Also, like you said, and I agree with you. I trust Green Bay's defense a little bit more than I do Baltimore's. So if Lamar plays, that could be an advantage for him. But I'm going to, as of right now, since I don't know if he's going to play, I'm going to go with Green Bay. Jay?
Yeah, I mean, it could be Malik Willis versus Tyler Huntley, or it could be Malik Willis versus Lamar Jackson. If it's Lamar Jackson, I kind of like Baltimore in this one. I like Zay Flowers. I think what he's done offensively. I like their tight end play, and I like the fact that they can run the hell out of that ball with Derrick Henry. And I think really Derrick Henry is the key. Really, both of them is the running game is going to be key because their quarterbacks being hurt. I think both of them, whoever can run the ball the best and whoever can defend the run the best, probably is going to have a good shot at getting this game. I know it's in Green Bay, but I'm gonna roll with Baltimore on this one. I'm gonna roll Baltimore, even though I know their defense could be suspect. And I think if Jordan Love was playing this game, I wouldn't roll with Baltimore. I think Baltimore would they would tear them up. So, but I'm gonna go with Baltimore. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a field goal game, and I think it's gonna be a lot of defense and who can run the ball the best. And I'm just gonna put my eggs in that run game of Derrick Henry.
Okay, let's go to the Sunday games, guys. First one up's Tampa Bay at Miami. Oh, man. Tampa Bay is not just finding ways to lose games. They're having a hard time winning games. Still a lot of problems in Miami. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay to win by 7. Jay?
Yeah, I'm just, and I don't, right now, correct me if I'm wrong, it's still Quinn Ewers quarterback in that team, right? I mean, I don't think it doesn't look like Tua is going to make his comeback anytime soon. It doesn't look like.
No, they benched Tua. Tua's healthy. They just benched him.
Are they benching him just because you think that they didn't want him to get hurt going into next season, or do you think they benched him because they are ready to move on from him?
I think they're moving on from him myself. I think
that's what I'm thinking too.
Get hurt and they're moving on from him.
Well, I think they want to see what they got in the other quarterback for sure, and I do kind of agree. I think you could see Tua gone.
And that's kind of because that's exactly what I was thinking. I know some people were saying, "Well, no, Jay, they just don't want him to get hurt because they're playing meaningless games." And I'm like, no, I actually think they're probably planning on moving on from him. So that's my opinion. But anyway, anytime you're moving on from a quarterback, that tells me that your offense and not having Tyreek. I mean, there's a lot of things going on with that offense over there with Miami. I think they still got a very pretty decent defense, but I think offensively, this team doesn't have an identity for me. And I think that Tampa has an identity. I think Baker is looking to get back on track. I think this team is looking to get back on track. And obviously, he still has something to play for because them and Carolina, they still got to play Carolina one more time. So if they get this win here and then get the win at Carolina, they can control their own destiny. Yeah. And I think because of that, and they have more to play for, I'm going to roll with Tampa on that.
Yeah, I agree with you on Miami, man. They just seem lost. I think there's time for a change there at coaching. If he comes back, I'd be shocked with Miami. Chris, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, neither team has been playing well. Ewers really didn't play terrible for his first start. I know he threw a couple picks, but other than that, he didn't play like terrible. But the Dolphins defense gave up 40-something points to the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were only able to score 21. Even though the Bucs haven't played well, I have to roll with the Bucs in this game just because I think they're a little bit better right now than what the Dolphins are.
Yep. Next game up,
it might not be by much, but a little bit.
Next game up is New England playing the New York Jets. I'm going with New England. New England should beat them by 21. Chris?
Well, this ain't even close. Jets are going to win this one easy.
Okay.
No, that was meant for Frankie. No, New England's going to win this game. The Jets are on their like fourth string quarterback. They wasn't good when they had their first string quarterback. I mean, their owner was saying if we could just complete a pass, it would be nice.
Yeah,
their owner said that this year in an interview.
Yeah,
it would be good if we could complete a pass. I mean, that shows you how low the Jets got.
Yeah, you did say that. I remember that.
So yeah, I agree with you. I think the Patriots win by a couple scores.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Jets because I like their defense. I think New England. No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing. No, like I told you, the Jets. That team is. That team's never right. I mean, they're just the Jets, right? So I mean, take that for what it is. So yeah, no, I definitely go with New England on this. They will bounce back. This will be their tune-up game. I don't know who they play last. I'm not sure who the New England their last game is. Do y'all know roughly who New England plays last in this season to wrap it up?
I don't know. You know it's
I don't-
soft, so it's no different.
Yeah, it's gonna be something soft. It ain't gonna be,
I think they're, I
won't
think
be
they're
anything
playing
serious.
I think they're playing Charmin U.
That's right. They probably are playing Miami. Oh, see, there you go, right there, Miami.
Even if they do
Oh
play
my
decent,
gosh.
even if they do play a decent team, the damn quarterback gets hurt and they have to put a second string quarterback in, and they're still getting beat because the running back's running all over them. So the damn coach has to take the running back out so they can damn win the game. It's a crock of bullshit. It ain't NFL's fixed. It's fixed for the fucking Patriots. They couldn't win for 10, 15 years. So we got to get them back up there. Anything we have to do, give them the weakest schedule we can get them the best coach we can get them. And if a team starts beating them, make them take the players out. And all what I said right there, I really don't believe, but I got to give Frankie some shit.
No, don't stop now. You're on a roll. Damn.
I'm just screwing around.
No, we believe that shit. Hey, listen, we believe that shit. Let me tell you something. There we go. Bam, bam. I don't know how to get back to where I was supposed to go. I don't know. I'm all lost right now. I'm just gonna do this. I don't know. There you go. Thank you. Man, what?
I knew it.
Yeah, you ain't getting away with me now. Yeah, you ain't getting away with me. Say what you
Oh, here we go. Hey, he said New England is one and done, baby.
Anything that I said there that wasn't true.
Say what you gotta say
New
now.
England's one and done, baby.
No, I'm not saying that. I think New England's a good team, but the bottom line was, I mean, the quarterback gets hurt. The fucking coach says, "Oh, we're doing too good. Let's take our running back out." What the hell?
I don't know what Harbaugh
they were doing.
That didn't make no sense.
It didn't make any sense at all.
Cry about it. It's not our fault.
No,
cry
it's not your
about
fault.
it. Oh, you crying because you got eliminated yesterday? You crying because you got eliminated yesterday?
I know. I'll cry next week. That's what it'll be.
Huh?
That's what we officially.
7-1. You guys were all Indiana Jones this, Indiana Jones that. Hey, we're going to the playoffs. And Indianapolis Colts. Where you at now? Y'all started 7-1, and you're eliminated. And y'all was
no. We're not officially eliminated. Not officially. Not yet. Not officially.
You're done.
We're hanging by a thread. We got that 1% like Dallas.
Hey, man, what are you doing with your hand over there, Tony? Watch out. That's a really weird gesture that you were doing
we
just a
had
second.
That 1% like Dallas had last week. We're 1%ers.
You could at least finish it off. Oh, what a time to be alive, man.
Let me go get some mayonnaise and I'll throw on the screen.
No, seriously. Hey, with all kidding aside, I really, when it comes to the page, I think you guys have done a really good job putting yourself in a position where you are right now. Frankie, honestly, you guys have done a good job. No doubt about it, man. But I still feel like this team is still 1 to 2 years away from really going all the way to the Super Bowl. I think like you're almost there, but I still think you got just a little bit more to go.
I don't know, man. They could make it this year.
I have a real problem. And I noticed this yesterday. I saw a meme on Facebook. It was showing the Bills' schedule of the wins and losses they had. I don't know if you guys went on my Facebook because I shared it. But I'm like, and this is the perfect example right here, right? There's a perfect example right here. New England playing teams in the kidding table. Okay. Do we not play the same teams the Bills have been playing? They had the same. Let me look at their. If you look at their schedule, they played the same exact teams we played, except for about 2. They played the Kansas City Chiefs, and then they played I think it was Denver or Jacksonville, one or the other. But those 2 opposite teams that they have played. No.
Did you guys play Philadelphia, Frankie?
No, we didn't. We played the Giants on that division.
Okay, because Buffalo's got Philly. So that's one of them.
Yeah, Buffalo's got Philly. But like we played they played Cincinnati, we played Cincinnati. They played Tampa, we played Tampa. They played Pittsburgh, we played Pittsburgh. We played the same exact teams except for
That's not true. That's not true because they've also played Philadelphia though too, which has a good team.
Except for 2.
Yeah, their schedule's a little bit tougher, not a lot.
Oh, but you got Jay and everybody else over there saying we have a Charmin Ultra schedule. Look at Buffalo. But look at Buffalo. Nobody want to talk about Buffalo. Mind you, they lost to Miami.
But I also don't believe in Buffalo either, though. So that's why I don't really.
You lost to the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't put a lot of weight on Buffalo.
Tony.
But Frankie, I don't put a lot of weight on Buffalo either because I feel like Buffalo, their defense is terrible. They have a great running game, no doubt about it. Great quarterback, no doubt about it. But
what teams do you like in the AFC? What teams do you like in the AFC? Who do you think top three teams in the AFC?
I would go Denver. I would go Houston, and I would put New England in there. Those would be my top three in AFC, and I think the Chargers would be right at number 4.
It's tough because we know what Allen can do if he gets on a roll. Buffalo's capable of beating anybody, they're also capable of losing to anybody. So I'm not confident putting them in the top 3. I probably put them at that number 4 spot. But New England would be in my top 3. I'd probably have Houston and probably Denver. I just think it's wide open in the AFC. Actually, I think it's wide open, period. I don't think there's a clear cut. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I would have told you I thought the Rams were the best team in football.
That's what I think for me right now. I think the Super Bowl winner is going to be a toss-up between the Rams and Seattle. I think one of those two teams is going to walk away with the trophy. And it's hard for me because both of those teams have really good aspects. If I had to say, I'd probably lean a little bit more towards the Rams. I think Gonzo even said that he felt like the Rams. I think the Rams are just a little bit more complete right now than everybody else. They just put it together at the right time for some reason.
They just put it together at the right time for some reason.
My top
they
three,
do. Frankie, they do. They really
right
honestly
would be the Patriots, the Bills, and the Jaguars.
Yeah. Mine would be.
And then I'd have I'd have the Broncos at 4 and the Chargers at 5.
For AFC, my top 3 will be Patriots, Chargers.
Houston right behind the Chargers.
Yeah, Patriots, Chargers, and Jacksonville to me. I think Denver got exposed by Jacksonville, and now everybody has that on tape on how to beat them. Houston got exposed kind of by the Raiders by only winning by 2.
Well, I think they had rough games. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that one game exposed them. They had a rough game, but they found ways to win. And sometimes wins are ugly. I think you all know that sometimes wins are ugly.
That is true. But when you have videotape now to study from to see how the Raiders are able to score on that defense, a better team than the Raiders can actually look at that like the Denver Broncos, Patriots, and Chargers for some reason, they look at that video coverage of how did the Raiders only lose by 2 points? What did they do to stop this defense or score on this defense? Okay, we see what they did. We could do something 2 times better than this to actually get a win. So sometimes, yeah, you're correct. That win sometimes is ugly, but when you got that video tape for practice and stuff like that, it comes back to bite you. And that's what I'm saying.
Well, but that tape goes both ways. That tape goes both ways. It helps the defense, but it also helps the offense because they're going to go back and look at that tape and say, okay, this is where we screwed up. Look, here, and here. And they're going to make their adjustments too. I think it just comes down to who executes the adjustments they make better next time.
I don't trust Houston's offense.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's where I'm not.
And I understand that.
That's why I don't have them at the top. Their offense to me has just been a little too inconsistent. And
Frankie,
hold up. By that same token, though, you don't think Jacksonville's been inconsistent though too? Because we've seen Jacksonville look bad
at the beginning of the season, but not over the last 6-7 games.
Last 4 or 5 games they've been on a roll. Frankie, you said about being exposed. The one thing I think New England's been exposed a little bit, and I'm not just a little with the running because Baltimore ran until the coach was a moron and took him out of the game, and then Buffalo, of course, Cook's a really good running back. But one good thing for them. Matchup wise, Denver don't have great running necessarily, and so that's good for you. So really, the teams at San Diego's not a great running football team either. So really, I think that your biggest competition is probably Buffalo because of the running.
Well, let me tell you this, and I agree with you right now. Right now, it is because if you look in the beginning of the
I'm
season,
just going by lately.
The first 8 games to 9 games of the season, we were stopping running back. Running backs wouldn't even get more than 50 rushing yards.
Yep.
And I feel like that happened once we started getting players injured on our defense. Milton Williams got hurt. Robert Spillane got hurt. There was a time where Harold Landry was out. And then this
yeah. Just like his football team, he's in and out.
I think Jay was doing that. I think Jay.
No, it's me using my damn. No, it's
No, that
it's
wouldn't
me
be. I
calling
think
him
that's just
Soko
his.
anytime.
No, that's Frankie's signal. But let me ask you this, Frankie. Let me
No,
ask you this.
it's me using it's me using my phone.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this. So, Frankie, you guys did take some injuries though last time out, and I don't know how long Henderson's out. He's got to be out at least what, maybe one, maybe 2 games, possibly.
Yeah, it's a
And I
possibility
think
that
you
he's in a
also, and I think
concussion
you also had a
protocol.
D lineman. And did you have a D lineman and an offensive lineman or something like that? Didn't you have 2 other big injuries? I thought.
Yeah, Milton Williams will be back. He's going to be activated for the New York Jets. He was on IR, and our offensive lineman is Will Campbell. He'll be back for Week 18 against the Miami
Yeah,
That's
Dolphins.
the one. Will Campbell. That's the
Campbell's
one I was
important.
thinking.
Yeah, Campbell's
Yeah, he'll be
important.
back next week. Yeah, he's the
And
one
then
that they've really been missing.
And then Trevion Henderson, I'm not, in no worry. Like I like Ramondre Stevenson, especially for me now because I'm going up against Chris, so I get Ramondre to get all the yards for me. So I mean, yeah, I like Ramondre as a back, but I'd rather have Trevion Henderson rest right now because we're going to need his speed come playoff.
What about
So
Tonga? What about your defensive nose tackle?
Yep.
Is he going to be
Tonga,
back as well?
Yeah, I got news this morning from Tonga that his foot injury will be like a 1 week to 2 week related injury. So if they want to rest him as well, we might as well rest him and make him come back for the playoffs as well. This is the perfect time. Like once you clinch, this is the perfect time where these players that are hurt and it's a short hurt, just let them rest and then have them come back. I like Tonga because not only is he a defensive guy, but they use Tonga kind of like a Mike Vrabel. He comes in as a halfback and get that extra push for Ramondre or Trevion.
Okay, guys. Since I got Frankie on here, got him fired up. Let's move on though. Let's move on to Pittsburgh and Cleveland. At Cleveland, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm going with the upset. I think Cleveland's going to upset Pittsburgh. Jay, your thoughts?
And correct me if I'm wrong. He only needs one. Is it one more sack he needs, or is it 2 more sacks for Myles Garrett to break the record?
Well, it can't be 2 because he only needed 1 last week, so he couldn't have lost a sack. So
You're
it
right.
has to
So
be either
1.
1 or none.
You saw what he did there. What a douche. But that's okay. That's okay though. That's okay because I speak douche fluently.
I don't know if he got a sack last week or not, so I'm not sure.
He got half a sack.
So that's what I'm saying.
He
only needs 1 sack to be the sack leader, correct?
Yeah, right now he's at 22 and a half right now.
So 1 sack. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, 1.
Man,
Why not get 2, right? Why not get 2? I got 2.
Okay. Are we done? I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? No. Okay. Look, back to seriousness, please. Yeah, I kind of with you. I think Cleveland because now. What about Judkins? I know Judkins was also hurt.
Yeah.
Judkins has a broken leg. He ain't coming back anytime this year.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's done, right? So who's their backup running back over there?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
It sucks for Judkins. He's a rookie and he was having a hell of a
He's
year.
having a good year.
He was having a good year. So now it's gonna fall. A lot of it's gonna fall on Fannin Jr. and probably Judy and whatever running back they have to try to piece that together.
And Pittsburgh won't have Metcalf.
And Pittsburgh won't have Metcalf. You're right. So I think I am gonna run. I think I am gonna go with Pittsburgh on this only because of the fact that I mean Warren still runs the hell out of that ball. They have Pittsburgh still has a good run game, and I think they're going to use that run game to eat up the clock. I'm going to roll with Pittsburgh on this, and also they're still fighting to have the top dog spot, so I'm going to roll with Pittsburgh on this.
Okay. Chris, what do you think?
Who's going to be the quarterback for Cleveland?
So imagine Sanders.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's still Sanders.
I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not picking Shedeur Sanders to be the team quarterback by Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Hey, real quick though, hold on. Is TJ Watt? Is he
better?
He hasn't played yet. I'm not saying
he might
back
come
this
back
game.
this week. I don't know if he will or not, but he hasn't played the last couple of weeks. But they've won without him, which that's something they usually don't do. But no, Pittsburgh's coming off one of their better games of the year. I like Pittsburgh in this game. They need this game for the playoffs as well to not give Baltimore a chance to get back in it. So, yeah, I like the Steelers here.
I like that Cleveland defense. They may get them. Frankie, what do you think?
I really want to go with the upset. I want to go with Cleveland so bad. Good because the way they played against Buffalo last week, Shador actually looked pretty decent last week. I'm not gonna say good. You're not gonna get that out of me. I'm just gonna say he looked decent last week until the second half. He did make a little bit of mistakes late in that game that kind of cost the Cleveland Browns to at least come back and at least tie this up and get make it into a more interesting game. But his first half, he looked good, decent. I tried, it almost came out, but I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. He looked decent. But this time around, listen, you're going up against Aaron Rodgers, you're going up against Mike Tomlin. These are the two people that know, like, when the division is on the line and all you need is one win. They know when to get it, and I think this is going to be the game that they get it, especially with Aaron Rodgers. He has that mindset of, I'm going to get this division win, and it's going to happen now. So I'm going to have to go with the Steelers on this one. But I do think that Myles Garrett does break the sack record because Pittsburgh's going to do something that Pittsburgh's not going to do what Buffalo did. And Buffalo knew that he had that record on the line. So what did Buffalo do? They ran the ball very often last week against Cleveland. Aaron Rodgers is not going to do that very often. Aaron Rodgers likes to throw. So I think Myles Garrett does break the record, but I think Steelers win this one. It's probably going to be a close one.
So what receiver do you think steps up in place of Metcalf? Parker Washington, that big dude?
No, you got him.
They do got Thielen, I guess. You
got Adam Thielen, Jonnu Smith as well. You also got what's his name that they got from Kansas City. Or no, he was in he was in Tampa Bay.
Valdez Scantling or whatever.
Valdez Scantling. But you also got that dude. I think his last name is Scotty or something like that.
Sky Moore.
Yeah, Moore. He was.
No, you mean Scotty Miller?
No, Moore.
Oh.
More? I don't know that name. I didn't see that on there. Okay.
He was on Tampa Bay when Tom Brady won the ring for them in Tampa.
Real quick, guys, for Cleveland last week, Shador led the team in rushing with 49 yards. They had another guy, R. Sanders, who ran the ball 11 times. He ran it the most for 42 yards. Then they had a guy named Corley. He ran it 3 times for 30. Judkins had ran it 8 times before he got hurt for only 22 yards. So I'm going to say that R. Sanders is going to be the lead back, I would say. Whoever he is. I don't know who Sanders is, the running back.
That's Shador Sanders' cousin.
That might be.
That's Deion Sanders' nephew.
I don't see a Moore on their team.
Moore's on the 49ers, not the Steelers.
Okay.
But Freiermuth is another receiver that Pittsburgh will throw the ball to.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. They do have their tight end Freiermuth. You're right. Okay.
And they use the running backs a lot too.
They do because Gainwell actually had a pretty good one.
And Warren, both of them catch passes.
Yeah, Gainwell you can line him up at receiver.
He led the team in catches last week, I believe.
He did. Correctly. You're right. No, you're right. 100.
Okay, guys. Next game up: Jacksonville at Indy. Chris, you got any hopes? You got any hopes left?
I'm picking Indy because I'm not going to pick against my team, but it's going to be our defense is going to have to play a hell of a lot better than we played last night. Offensively, we were fine last night, even with not being able to run the ball. Our offense still played good, still put up plenty of points, but our defense has to figure out something. And the way the Jaguars have been playing, it's not looking good. But I'm going to go with Colts in a close one.
Yep.
This is our last home game of the year. I think we'll come out and play hard again. We just got to figure out how to get off the field on defense.
Yeah, our defense almost like the Cowboys defense. I knew that'd get his head up.
It's about what it looked like last night.
It did a couple times.
Just let the team walk down the field.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was bad. I've got some hopes, but not high hopes. I'm going to go with you. I'm not going to pick against my team. So I'll take Indy by 3, but it's not looking good. Frankie.
Hey, I'll be right back. One second. I'll be right back.
Oh, he's gonna go get his voodoo doll.
Hello?
What?
Oh man, I was hoping he left it off speaker. Oh, we knew it. I knew it. I knew he was so excited to see the Patriots clinch the playoff.
Look, now he's a Patriot fan.
Yeah,
this dude switches.
Yeah, he switches
fandom every week.
Houston.
I knew it. I knew it. we never come on this show and Jay talks so highly of my team. After yesterday, he's like, I really hope Philly sports guy lose. I want Frankie to lose. But then today he's talking highly of my boys. And then look, he's got the clinched playoff logo. I knew it.
Yep.
I'm going Jacksonville in this game. I think they, and it's not because, I feel like they're kind of better than you guys. I think that they're just better than you guys right now because you've got injuries literally everywhere. And it sucks. It really does. I was really hoping, for you guys to be in the playoffs. Like, we were talking so much trash in the beginning of the season. Like, Chris, I remember Chris looking at, like, telling me, hey, yo, Frankie, you know who the top 2 teams are in the NFL? And I'm like, yeah, it's the Colts and the Patriots. Now it's like, damn, like, you guys started off 7-1. Yep. And I think you guys went 1-7 right now after that. Yep. I mean, it's not good. You guys are totally opposite now, and it's because of injuries. I'm just glad that my prediction of Daniel Jones came true. Not the right way, but it came true. It just sucked. But I'm gonna go Jacksonville. I think they're riding high right now. They're a really good defense team, and Trevor Lawrence is settling in really well. The last time I've seen Trevor Lawrence play like this was when he was in Clemson. So I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Jacksonville on this one. And I'll be right back because I got some hyenas in the background yelling.
Sunday might have been the best game I ever seen Trevor Lawrence play.
He did play well.
He looked good Sunday against the Broncos. He was slinging
it. Jay, what do you think about Jacksonville and Indy?
Hey, Jay, I'm glad you're a Patriots fan now.
I know, right? You saw that. It's like, mother, that's a damn it. Anyway, besides the fact, there's a song that comes to mind that kind of, when I think about the Colts and their future and where they're going from here, at least till the end, until next year comes about and to get Daniel Jones back at some point, I hope. But until then, it's called by Beck. And his name's called Loser. There's a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Remember that song by Beck? That's how I feel.
That's a Dallas Cowboys theme song too.
It was, and I'm loaning it to you. Because right now, Dallas, we think, swing low, sweet area. He gonna come. That's the only way I'm gonna see the symbols in heaven when Jesus takes away Jerry Jones at some point. Because I think Jerry Jones is gonna outlive me. I think that man is a cyborg at this point. I don't even think he's human. I think he's from V. I think he's a lizard. But that's okay. That's what I think.
So you taking Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is New Orleans at Tennessee. I'm taking New Orleans, man. They're playing some good football.
Yeah.
Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, Tennessee. That team is another team that's just straight confused. I don't think anybody knows what anybody's doing over there. I think Cam Ward has told his upper level people that when they hire the new coach, he wants to be a part of the process, and I don't blame him. Because I think his whole thing is they don't let me play the way I want to play, and that's why I'm not doing as well as I could be. So I think he wants to get a coach that will allow him to play the way he wants to play and then fit the system around that. I think that's what Cam Ward wants. And until they can figure out how to do that, I think Tennessee is going to continue to be a lost soul right now. And for that reason, I just think the Saints have a little bit more of an identity figured out with Shook and what they're doing over there. And I think that they're not a great team, but they have enough to beat the Tennessee Titans.
Okay. New Orleans is playing good. The thing when you said about Tennessee, I completely disagree. I completely disagree with it.
So my wife. What's the point?
I never would listen to a rookie quarterback and what the hell he wants. I mean,
that's true, but that's your franchise guy, though.
No, I don't care what he is. I would look at his talents and say, hey, we need to see if we can find a coach that can match it, do something with him. I agree with that, but not with him being a part of the search for him. I disagree with that completely.
But that's what they all do. They say that the three most important people are the coach, the general manager, and the quarterback. And all three of them have to be on the same page.
I'm not listening to a 21-year-old kid tell me who the coach should be. That's just my opinion. Chris, your thoughts?
I like the Saints in this game, but I was going to say the same thing that you said, and this is why I disagree with it. What's been the whole storyline about the Bears this year? Ben Johnson has to get Caleb Williams, fix Caleb Williams, get him to play in his system. And you're saying that Cam Ward needs a coach that's going to let Cam Ward play the way he wants to play. if the Bears let Caleb Williams play the way he wanted to play last year. How many games did that win the Bears? Look, now he has a coach, and the coach is making him play his way, and look what Caleb Williams is doing. You can't let the team, you can't let the players run things. And if you just let a quarterback go out there, play the way you want to play, it's not going to work.
But I think you do have to. Don't you have to figure your offense though?
Not be able to do nothing because they're not in the right. They ain't with a good coach.
They got to know what his tools are. I agree with that. They got, hey, this is what.
I'm just saying, you have to have a coach that can play to his strengths. If you're not playing to his strengths, then if you're trying to make Lamar Jackson a pocket passer like Peyton Manning, it doesn't work because they're two different people.
It's different than saying that they need to let him.
He's not gonna have carte blanche. I don't think he has carte blanche.
He wants to play.
Yeah, I don't think he has carte blanche. I just think that he should be a part of to see if him and the coach are going to mesh together.
Yeah, I don't think a rookie.
You don't know if he's going to be there more than 2 years. Why would you let him make the decision?
I don't think he'd make the decision. I think he'd be a part of the decision-making process.
He shouldn't be. He literally just got drafted not so long ago.
Yeah, that's
you have no right to come in and say, that's like Daniel Jones when he got drafted, going into John Mara's office saying, I want to be part of this head coaching scenario. Like it just doesn't work. Not as a rookie.
No, yeah, I could see a guy that's been in the league 6-7 years, and a quarterback has been around for a long time and is successful, and he has maybe some say. They come to him and say, "What would you like?" I could see that, but not a rookie. I just don't see that. That's just my opinion.
Tennessee's biggest problem is they had the right coach and they fired him. They fired him
for sure
because the owner didn't like him.
Yep.
Yeah. No, they had the right coach. You're right. You're right. Okay, think about it like this. Obviously, because look what he's done over with Tennessee. Now, I will tell you, part of his success is knowing the right people to put around him, because you don't got to be the smartest person. You just got to be able to facilitate the smartest people. And that's what he's good at. He's good at facilitating. He got Josh McDaniels, which is a proven offensive coordinator, and he's doing great. And he's got a good quarterback. He's drafted well. He's brought in the right free agents. He's establishing a culture there. That's great. And that's why I told Frankie, I said, you're a good coach when you're able to facilitate a rebuild as quickly as the way that he was able to do it.
Christmas is coming early. Jay's speaking so highly of my boys.
No, and I will tell you, and I told you, Frankie, I said, Frankie, you know this, that before Brayville did anything, and you had all this cap room and all these picks and things of that nature, I said, you know what, Frankie, I hope y'all don't mess it up. I hope that y'all draft it, and because you can have everything and still screw it up, and you did. And I'm man enough to say when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. Vrabel's doing a good job with it.
Frankie, your thoughts on New Orleans, Tennessee?
I think New Orleans win this game.
Tennessee.
I really do. I think New Orleans wins this game. I think the last 3 games they look like, they're showing that it's not going to be this year, but next year is going to be bright. I feel like next year will be bright for the New Orleans Saints, and they're having a good ending to the season. I think Tennessee got a win last week just because Kansas City came down to their third quarterback. Like that's the only reason why they ended up winning. I think if Patrick Mahomes was playing that game, obviously, they would have beaten Tennessee like nothing. But because they ended up, Gardner Minshew getting hurt with an ACL sprain, he's out for the year now. Now you're down to your third-string quarterback. Of course you're going to win. If Tennessee didn't win that game, they would have definitely been dog shit. Excuse my language. Like, they would have definitely been dog shit. But this go-around, Chris Olave, since this new rookie quarterback came in for Spencer Rattler, Chris Olave has been looking really good the way Chris Olave looked last year. So, I like the Saints in this game. I like what Kellen Moore is doing with this new rookie quarterback. Like I said, it's a strong ending. It's the same thing we seen with the Panthers last year, right? The Panthers were terrible, but they had a really strong ending to where it opened our eyes and said, okay, well, let's take it into the next year and see what they could do the next year. I think me and Jay were like that. Me and Jay were like, we see the Panthers at the end of the year. Let's see what Bryce Young is going to do next year, after drafting and after free agencies and everything like that. Now look at the Panthers. So I feel like that's what the Saints are kind of doing with Kellen Moore as the head coach and bringing in this rookie quarterback over Spencer Rattler. I feel like this guy has a bright future for New Orleans. Now we could sit here and say, let's wait for the draft. Let's wait for free agency. Let's see what the Saints are going to do for this kid, because I think next year we're going to see a whole different Saints in a whole different division in that NFC South. But give me the Saints over the Titans in this one.
Yeah, most definitely. Seattle at Carolina, guys. Chris, who you liking this one? Seattle at Carolina.
Oh man, I think it's going to be a good game. I'm gonna go with Seattle, but I do think it's going to be a good game. Carolina plays a lot better at home than they do on the road, but I'm gonna go with Seattle.
I want to pick Carolina, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to run. They didn't run the football great last week, and they still won. But I'm going to go with Seattle. I think they're on a roll now, so I'm going to go with Seattle. Frankie?
Yeah, I'm going with Seattle as well. I think Seattle is riding high right now, but I'm not going to sleep on Carolina. I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina wins this game also, because they beat the Rams. Matthew Stafford, they ended up picking them off 4 times. So I mean, don't sleep on that Panthers defense. But like Chris said, they play really good at home. I think they are at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
For this game, so that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go with Seattle to be on the safe side, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Carolina Panthers win. Like if I see a win on Carolina, I'll be like, okay, like all right, now we got a game in this division, so I'm gonna be on the safe side and go Seattle.
Jay, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Seattle too. Again, I think they have the better defense. They have the better offense. Nothing against Carolina. I think Carolina is definitely showing us that they're for real and that they're definitely doing things in Carolina now than what they've been before. But that team is not ready yet. They are not there yet. The only reason I could see them winning is if Seattle goes in there on a 12-3 record, top of their division, and don't take that game seriously and they take it lightly and play down to the competition. That's the only thing that would kind of worry me there. But again, for North Carolina to be successful, they have to run the ball. Can Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard, can they get it going? And that's the only thing that I can see that they have to do to get it going. But I think it ultimately is. I think this is Seattle's game.
Okay.
I'm curious if they do if they feel like they had the game in the bag and they pull their players and then Carolina comes back. I don't know, but I'm wondering how Seattle's going to approach this.
They're going to play their players because they can still get the number 1 seed.
Yeah, because they're number 1 seed right now, they still can lose it. Yeah.
Yeah, because San Francisco, the 49ers can still get the number 1 seed in the NFC. Yeah. If 49ers win out, they're the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
They play Seattle to end of the year.
But that's only if Seattle wins out, that they would still have the win though.
If Seattle wins next week, they get the number 1 seed.
Right.
If they beat Carolina, they got the number 1 seed because it wouldn't matter if they lose to San Francisco.
Right.
Okay. Next game up, guys. Arizona at Cincinnati. I think I'm going with Cincinnati. I'm going with Cincinnati at home. Who knows? The week before was terrible. This week they were crazy, so who knows with them. But Arizona can't seem to find ways to win games. They just can't win. So I'm going to go with Cincinnati. Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a team that has talent, but just has not been able to do a whole lot with it. Even though we all know that Brissett has been doing better with that offense than what Kyler Murray had been doing. But at the same time, they just don't. Michael Wilson, I think, seems to be the bright spot over there. Harrison Jr. seems to be an afterthought, and their run game is left.
They've been hurt.
Yeah, played for like 4 weeks.
Has he been out for 4 weeks?
Yeah.
That's how much I pay attention to Arizona. But I do know that team has really they've been known for their defense, but even their defense has kind of taken some hits. I'm gonna roll with Cincinnati, and the only reason I'm going with Cincinnati honestly is because Burrow will be playing, and it will be at home, and I think they do get that win.
Okay, Frankie, what do you think?
I'm gonna go. I'm going Cincinnati. Like I said the last couple of weeks, I can't go with Arizona because they're so hurt defensively, offensively. They don't have no back. Marvin Harrison Jr. just came out of injury. He didn't even look good, so I don't know if he's 100%. I think he's just probably out there being like a little blindside person to like distract the defense, but it's not working. They did have a close game early with Atlanta last week, but then Atlanta and Kirk Cousins they were able to get off the hump and win that game by double digits. But this time you're not playing Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. You're playing Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, and I understand that they're eliminated. I understand they look bad, but they're still at full force right now. You know, they have their players. They got Joe Burrow, they got T. Higgins, they got Jamar Chase. You know, they have their running backs, their offensive line. Their defense is somewhat solid, not fully 100% because they're missing Trey Hendrickson, but I still believe in that defense over Arizona's injury offense. So give me Cincinnati on this one.
Okay, and Chris.
Yeah, the Bengals. Arizona has too many injuries.
Okay. And the next game up, guy, is a nobody gives a shit bowl. It's the New York Giants against the Las Vegas Raiders.
I tell you who do give a shit. Raider fans and Giant fans, they give a shit.
I don't even know if they do. I think you could call up Logan, and I don't know if he gives a shit.
I got a friend here that comes every week. His name is Eric. He's a Giants fan. He's my best friend. He's been my best friend for over 20 years. I think Jay knows him. He's a hardcore Giants fan. Him and Jay actually went at it a couple times off scene. It's really interesting to have a Giants and Cowboys fan go at it. I love it. But he comes over, and I tell him last week, I go, "Oh wow, you guys play the Raiders next week, and that's a shit bowl. That's the nobody gives a shit. Like, who's gonna get the number one pick?" And he's over here like, "Well, I hope we lose this game." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because I want the number one pick." I'm like, "But the Giants aren't gonna know what to do with the number one pick. The smartest thing to do with the number one pick will be trade back, work up on some future. Like, you could get a first round draft pick next year to end up with 2 draft picks. You could probably get a top tier player out of it as well, just like Chicago did with DJ Moore. So you could work yourself into, you know, some type of future." But knowing the Giants and having that number one pick, they're gonna go freaking offensive lineman or some shit, or defensive lineman with the number one pick.
Knowing the Giants will probably get the number one pick and draft Mendoza so they can have Mendoza and Dart.
That's the Giant. Or they're gonna do a Cowboy shit and go kicker with the number one pick.
Go kicker. Who you taking, Frankie? Giants or Raiders?
I'm gonna go Raiders on this one because I truly think Jackson Dart and the Giants are tanking really hard. You're not gonna sit here and tell me the last 2 weeks they lose by 3 points just for show or whatever. Like, Jackson Dart played horrible last week, but he's been playing phenomenal since he started. Apparently, right? He's been looking good. He's been running down. He's been getting 100 passing yards, close to 200 passing yards. He's been looking decent. But then the last 2 weeks, he just looks like, you know, a shit quarterback. He ended the game not even with 100 passing yards last week. He had 1 interception. He didn't have no touchdowns. He looked terrible. He looked like a quarterback that shouldn't be in the league. That's when you know you're tanking on purpose.
They didn't even throw the ball. The first 16 plays the Giants ran were all run plays.
Yeah, see, so that's when you know.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's when you know you're tanking. You're not caring.
It was like the first 16 plays was all run plays.
I said it to my boy yesterday. I'm like, over the weekend, I go, you can't sit here and tell me the Giants aren't taking. Y'all lost to 3 points against Washington. Y'all should have easily beat Washington because Washington is trash. They don't have Jaden Daniels. That defense is depleted. Like, it's inconsistent over there in Washington. So y'all should have won. Yet y'all lost by 3. Then last week, y'all facing a team that y'all should have definitely beat, and you lose by 3 again. Like, it was an ugly game. Your quarterback did not play well at all, showing that he didn't play well at all. But he's given all New York Giant fans hype the whole year since he started in week 4. It's been so hypeness. Then last 2 weeks, you're just shit. That's a perfect example of them tanking, and I think they're going to do it again next week against the Raiders. And the Raiders are going to be pissed. Somebody's going to be pissed in this game because it's like, I want to get the touchdown, but I don't because I want to get the first-round pick for my team. But I got to get the touchdown. Can this game end in a tie? Maybe this game is going to end in a tie in overtime.
I don't know, man.
I'm going Raiders just because Giants are taking hard. But I would love it if this game goes into a tie, overtime. We're like, overtime tie, and we're just all sitting here the next day like, well, what the hell? Nobody wanted to win this game. You could tell they're both tanking for that number one pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders too, so Logan will be pissed off because they're gonna lose the pick. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Chris?
Oh man, both these teams are terrible. Game's in Las Vegas, isn't it?
Yep.
I'll go with the Raiders at home.
And Jay?
Yeah, and just to piss Chris off, I'll go with the Raiders too.
Chris gonna change his pick now. Okay, we got two games left. Two really good games should be. Philadelphia at Buffalo. Jay, what are you thinking?
Yeah, Philadelphia at Buffalo. Well, obviously Frankie wants Buffalo to lose that game bad.
Yep.
And I do think that Philadelphia will beat Buffalo. It's in Buffalo, you said, correct?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm not going against Philadelphia. Even though I still feel like that offense, there's issues with their offense. I don't fully believe that they have worked out yet. But I think they have. I don't believe in Buffalo's defense. That defense in Buffalo is just terrible. And I think Barkley has an opportunity to get a big game over there.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. If they can stop Barkley. If they can stop Barkley, I think Buffalo will beat him. But I don't know if they will. Chris, what do you think?
I like Buffalo in this game because the Eagles aren't going to try to run the ball. They listen to the media. Sirianni and them have listened to the media now the last 3 weeks. They think all they can do is throw the ball. They don't want because the media tells them you can't win a Super Bowl if you don't throw the ball. You got to get to A.J. Brown. He ain't happy. You got to do this. And hell, the first half last week, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith had 15 targets combined. No other receiver on the team had a target. And they were only up by 7 points. They started getting Saquon involved in the game a little bit in the second half, and they started to pull away a little bit. But for some reason, they refused to try to get Saquon going this season. Right. So I don't think the running game is going to be a big factor. So I like the Bills, and I think the running back that's going to be the big factor is going to be Cook.
Could be. I think I'm going to go with Buffalo because it's at home. I say Allen pulls it out at the end. Frankie.
What's up, Tony? What do you think I'm going to say? What do you think I'm going to say?
I know what you're going to say.
What do you think I'm going to say? You know what? I'm not even going to let you think what I'm going to say. I'm just going to say it for you. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory.
Oh, shit.
Let's go. I'm going with the Birds. We need to get this win for the Birds. We're going to fly. They're going to fly into Buffalo, and they're going to get some wins in Buffalo because Eagles drop down, and they just pick at some Bills. You know what I'm saying? They just pick at those Buffaloes because they taste so yummy. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to fly into Buffalo, and they're going to pick at Josh Allen because that blood is just so fresh and yummy. And the Philadelphia Eagles are going to walk away to victory while the Patriots beat the Jets. And we're going to be AFC East champions once again. And that streak of 5 years is going to be snapped in Buffalo's neck. And you know what I always say? Hey, yo, Buffalo, the landlord is back and you have been evicted. Get the hell out of our house. Let's go. Eagles.
All right. Frankie going with the Eagles.
Yeah. Frankie, next time you're going to sing, can you do me a favor and let me know so I can have my ears prepared?
Chris,
I literally vomited three times in my mouth.
You literally, Chris, you call me every night just to say, can you sing me my good night lullaby?
Lullaby.
You're right, because Frankie's an Eagles fan now. He's not an England fan. He's a down low Eagles fan.
You should clip that and play it every show now. Him singing
down low Eagles. He's a down low Eagles fan.
Okay, guys. Last game: Chicago at San Francisco. That's an interesting game. Chris,
thank you.
What do you think about this Chicago at San Francisco?
I like the 49ers in this game. I think 49ers are playing real good right now. Bears have been playing good, but also, like we talked a little bit yesterday, I don't want to call it luck because but the ball's been bouncing the Bears' way, it seems like all season.
Yeah, it has.
And I just don't know if it's going to keep happening like that. The 49ers, even with the injuries on defense, their defense is still finding ways to get it done. You have to give Robert Saleh a lot of credit over there with that defense. I mean, you lose not only two of your best defensive players, but two of the best defensive players in the league in Bosa and Warner. And that defense is still getting the job done. And then Brock Purdy looks like he's 100% healthy now, and he's playing some of his best football. And it being in San Francisco, if this game was in Chicago, I might lean toward the Bears a little bit. But with it being in San Francisco, I think the 49ers have some momentum going. And the 49ers know if they win out, they can still get the number one overall seed. So, I like the 49ers in this game. I do expect it to be a good game and a fun game to watch.
Yeah, It's a big game for both teams. Yeah, I don't know. Chicago's just finding a way to win, and the Indy's offense didn't do too bad against San Francisco's defense. And right now, I think Chicago's offense might be a little bit better than Indy's, all things considered. But the fact is that San Francisco, I'm going to go with San Francisco. Jay?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Chicago runs the ball against San Francisco. DeAndre Swift and Monangai, if those guys can get on, that's a very powerful running back combination that's in Chicago. And you also know what Christian McCaffrey can do, because look what he just did against Detroit last week and the way he ran the ball. So I'm curious to see who's going to run the ball the best, McCaffrey, or will it be the combination of Swift and Monangai? And also, Adunzi. Is it Dunzi? I know he's questionable. Is he closer to playing?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
What's his name? You said Doozy?
No, I said Adunzi, or is that how you say his name? Adunzi? You know what I'm talking about. I know DJ Moore's playing. Could you?
I love when you try to pronounce names. It's just so funny, Jay. Like,
well, how do you say his name?
Andunze.
Adunzi, whatever.
I
Shut up.
I thought he said onesie the first time. I was like, damn.
Onesie.
Man, I know y'all need to listen more. Damn it! No. Hey,
we need to.
I know it's in San Francisco, but both of these guys are still trying to fight for positioning in the playoffs, and so it's going to be a meaningful game no matter what.
Yeah.
And look, when Caleb Williams, when he dropped that ball into that, just right over, so beautiful. I mean, that was, I ain't gonna lie, that was probably one of the best throws and catches I've seen. And I can't stand Caleb Williams, but the guy can, he's learning how to place the ball now, and that's dangerous. When he can run and place the ball that well, that speaks volumes. I'm gonna roll with San Francisco. I'm gonna roll with Chicago on this one.
I thought you was gonna do what you did the other day. Oh, this was Chicago, but I'm going with San Francisco. You almost did.
No. I am, but I'm rolling with Chicago on this. I think Chicago's gonna get it done.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Bears won. I'm leaning towards San Francisco because it's San Francisco, and San Francisco's offense just looked. I mean, just the play calling, everything that Purdy did at the line, he got them into the right plays. Their offense just looked so damn good. But
and he needs to keep giving that ball to Kittle, because when he gives that ball to Kittle, Kittle does a lot of damage.
Yeah. So it should be a good one. Hey, Frankie, Chicago and San Francisco, who you got? Well, I guess not. He's out of here. Well, guys, that's all I've got. Everybody, we won't be back the afternoon show till next Monday. Now, we will be on tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central, with Tuesday Night Hoops. So tune into that. We're going to be talking some NBA Christmas games and looking at the NBA standings.
There you go, folks. On behalf of Frankie, Chris, Tony, OG Tony, and myself, Dave McLevin.
Frankie's kids.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah, Frankie's kids.
Jay's not only a Texans fan, he's now truly a Patriots fan.
Well,
but on that note, Frankie, who do you got? San Francisco or Chicago? Who are you taking?
At San Francisco.
That's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna go with San Fran on this one. I like the way Brock Purdy played yesterday. But it also comes down to is George Kittle gonna be 100% because he had an ankle injury last night.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like the luck is gonna run out with Chicago soon. I feel like they just got lucky last week because Romeo Doubs couldn't do the one job that you're hired to do, and that's literally protect the ball. So you're not going to get that on San Francisco or in Kyle Shanahan's coaching, especially with Robert Saleh on the defensive coordinator part. The defense has been stepping up real well. I'm going with San Francisco on this one, or as my wife likes to call him, Robert Saleh for some reason.
Maybe to come on that, but yeah, there you go, folks. Also an important note: tomorrow, me and Celeste on the Whiskey Hour. That will be at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. I gave her a book. For these who don't know, Mad Season was made up of Allison Chains, Lane Staley, and Mike McCree, Pearl Jam, and Screaming Trees, drummers and bassists. Well, the album The Above was written by the Prophet or was actually inspired by the book by the prophet Khalil. I can't remember his last name offhand, but I gave her that same book, and I said, "Look, Lane Staley made an entire album based off of this book." And I gave her that same book, and she's writing a song inspired off of that book as well. And we're gonna see how it matches up with what Lane Staley did with the book and what she did with the book, since they're two different genres. It should be interesting to see what she comes up with in the song. So she will be playing live on the show. You don't want to miss it. It should be a really good time.
You guys gonna do a duet?
No, because Jay, don't sing. I know my place. I just interview. I interview and the artist and all. The artist, now she'll be singing. You don't want to hear me sing because it's terrible. I wouldn't even do that to nobody. Yeah. Hey, happy Merry Christmas, Joe.
Chris, you wanted to ask me something?
Yeah, did you know Jay was truly a Patriots fan?
Oh, we're not going there. We're not. It's too early. Chris, is too early. Let's say that. We'll say that for the hoops talk, man. It's too early right now.
It's what it says.
No, it doesn't. Oh, did he put that on? Oh, because you know why he did that? Because I said Patriots are one and done on his. That's awesome.
That's not true. I think you put mine. No, you fixed mine. You said better than Dallas.
Oh, is that what you put on there? Hey, that's all right. Hey, listen, that's what we do here. We play jokes on each other. It's a good group of young men.
We got to, because we're not going to see each other for like another whole week.
I know. It's a good group of young men. I do love these guys. They're a pain in the ass, but I call them family. Well, okay, guys. Tune in tonight for Hoops Talk. You're not going to want to miss it, and we will catch you guys on Monday on the afternoon show.
And I won't be on Hoops Talk, but I promise you it won't be no Indiana Pacer colors.
No.
We out.